Good morning from a overcast, drizzly morning. I've come down to the Lower Avon today. We're not far away from Christchurch here, and it's a river. Well, this is the River Avon, as I've just said, and it's a river it's a big, strong river, and I found a couple of nice spots. Got a couple of dead baits in. I'm pike fishing today. And we'll see what we get. Bit of a trek to get here, very wet underfoot, really difficult going, but I'm here now. As you can probably see, it's very muddy, and that's nothing compared to what I've just come through. So yeah, we're in and we'll see what we get. Yeah, so like I say, we're down on the lower stretches of the River Avon. We're down near in Hampshire, and this is a big river. And yeah, I've come out pike fishing. I got one out on a bait alarm, ledgering on a running ledger system, and then I've got one on a float. I normally put two out, but I never put two floats out. I just, I like to keep my eye on one float, sort of dedicated to that float, if you know what I mean. So I always thought, well, if I'm going to fish two rods, I'll put one out on a bait alarm. So obviously if that makes any noise, I'll know, if it takes anything, obviously that alarm's going to go off, and I'll be able to know it's that rod, and I can keep my eye 100% on the float. Looks like a good spot. There's a bit of a back eddy. It's on a bend in the river. There's a lot of bends in this river. I've already had what looks like a little bit of interest, if I'm honest with you, on the float, twitching. I always think that's the first signs of interest. I don't quite know what the pike are doing with the bait when it twitches like that, sort of little twitch. I don't know if they're just nosing it around or whatever they're doing, but I know they've got a lot of sensors in their noses. So we'll see. I've been out over the Christmas period a couple of times. Had a nice double 12-pounder on the upper stretches of the Stour, Dorset Stour. Then I had nothing. I had a couple of takes and missed one on the middle section of the Stour. And today I thought I'd come down before the new year and have a go on the Avon. It's quite high, the water. I wouldn't say it's really high, but it's a little bit high, sort of medium levels. And yeah, hopefully we get a good pike. See what we get. So this is the setup. So this is my trace. This is a wire with a nylon coating with basically a loop in the end of it there, tied off. So that goes onto your swivel, like that. Down from this, if we work our way down, you end up at the business end. I've got some circle hooks. I tend to find circle hooks work very, very well. They just tend to, when they pull, a bit like when you can't fish them, when they pull, they tend to dig in and stay in. So there's one. This one's been used, as you can see. And at the bottom is another hook. Now sometimes I use different size hooks. The one at the bottom is slightly bigger than the one at the top, but they're still pretty big. Ones, twos. They're pretty strong. I tend to put one of the hooks in the head, the bottom hook further down, and it works well. Like I say, I've not lost many fish, very few, and I don't think there's much difference, to be honest. And I just can't stand treble hooks. Don't like them at all. Horrible things. So that's what I do. Obviously it's a bit straighter than that when I first tied it, and yeah, it works well. Give it a try.